So let's get started on our fun summer crafts, vintage mermaid style. Here I'm taking a Dollar Tree book, and it was Dinosaur Nights because, well, it was there. And this little frame, I think this is 4x6 or 5x3. I think it's a 5x3. Yes, it's a 5x3. And I like the little vintage look of that frame. And all I'm doing is, yeah, I am really struggling in trying to cut this cover. First I tried with a knife, and then I came in with a Dremel. Yes, it's not a real Dremel. It's a cheapy Dremel. It's a really cheapy Dremel. So it took a while too, but I got through the cover of the book eventually. And again, just be careful if you're using a Dremel, and make sure you're taking safety precautions and wearing goggles. Always wear goggles when you use a Dremel of any type. So I'm cutting through the cover of the book, and then I have to cut through the pages of the book because what I'm trying to create is a frame for what's going to be inside. Now you can put anything you like inside. I kept it kind of simple because I like to keep it kind of simple. Yeah, like you've ever seen me keep anything simple, right? Anyway, so I'm just using, the frame of, or I should say the cutout of the cover to then cut out the pages. Now don't throw away those pages because you can use them for other crafts. Now I'm going to take an image that I think I got it from the Graphics Fairy, and pretty much what I did was I glued around the pages so they wouldn't be all over the place. And I glued in the image of that vintage mermaid, which was the perfect size. And I'm checking it with the frame now. Now I'm going to line the inside of the book with moss, because what makes more mess than moss? Nothing except for glitter. So let's put some moss. We'll add some glitter later maybe. I don't know. But yes, let's just line that with moss, and that's just so you don't see the pages. Now, once I finished with the moss, I found these beautiful stones and these light blue stones that they had at the Dollar Tree. This is like face filler. And I thought, oh, how perfect just to line the bottom of this book, just to add a little more enchantment. Here I am fixing up some more moss because you can never have enough moss. And basically, I'm just lining so you don't see the inside pages. And you can line it with anything you want. It could be moss, it could be leaves. But moss is what I usually use for my enchanted books. And now I'm going to embellish this with some paints from Plaid. These are folk art paints, and I'm using Color Shift, Dragonfly, and Extreme Glitter, or Glitterific, I think it's called. Yes, Glitterific. And these are all from the Plaid family of products because it's Plaid. I want to craft forever. Yes, Plaid. Now, of course, if you don't have these products, but I really love these products. Look at that Color Shift. If you use the Color Shift, you will really enjoy it. Now, this is the Dragonfly paint, and the Dragonfly paint is just like, it shifts colors from 2 different colors of glitter, believe it or not. And it is just so pretty. It's perfect for this craft, just absolutely perfect. So if you have some light glitter, it would be also a perfect way to use it. I love making enchanted books. It's one of my favorite things to make. And there's Glitterific, because you can never have enough glitter, but Plaid's Glitterific is fantastic because you just get glitter on your project and not all over you. Now, I forgot to film when I was decoupaging the top of the book, but here I am just adding the top layer of Mod Podge onto my book. And I really love this color of this paper that I had. It just looks so vintagey and old. And that's the whole theme of these projects, all of these projects. Now to the rocks, I also added some small pearls just to add a little more dimension and just more beauty. I don't know, whatever you want to add to the bottom of the sea for you. It could be fishes. And this does have glass that's already been glued to the frame, and now I am gluing the frame to the top of my book, and there you have it. But I thought, oh, let me age. I just like the vintage age, so I'm taking black paint, and it's a little too much, so I'm just wiping it off a little bit with a napkin. But I kind of like the look of it with that black on the corners. And you can also use like those corners that you can buy that are like brass and put them on the book. It's just, there's no limit to what you can do to your enchanted book. These projects are part of the Summer DIY Challenge that is hosted by Heidi Sonball DIY. She is a wonderful crafter, creator, and inspirational person. I can tell you that she's been an inspiration to me and to many other crafters. Please check out her links in the description below and check out all the other wonderful creators that are part of this Summer DIY Challenge playlist. Now, on to the next project. Now let's build a magical necklace made of shells for our little mermaid. Here I am using some vintage mermaid printouts once again, and I picked one to fit this lovely shell. And all I'm going to do is, that's right, I'm going to decoupage it in with some more plaid products. This is a Mod Podge. I love Mod Podge. Who doesn't like Mod Podge? I mean, seriously. I have a friend who has a bucket of Mod Podge. I'm not kidding you. It's a bucket. And she already used it all. So here I am just Mod Podging this, or decoupaging I should say, these lovely photos. And again, I'm going to use Color Shift and my glitters. Look at this paint. It's just so beautiful, and that color is perfect for mermaid scales, just perfect. So I'm going to use Color Shift, Dragonfly paint, and Glitterific. I don't know if I use Glitterific or I actually use glitter. I actually use glitter. Now this was a fun project because, well, you'll see in just a moment, I'm going to use another plaid product which I had never ever used before, and it was scary, but it's easy. It was super easy. That's right, people. I'm talking about, there you go. Look, we got some glitter, and I even put a little pearl in there. But now I thought it would be really cool to use this new resin kit from Mod Podge, which is from the Plaid family of products, and it was in the perfect coloring and everything. It came with the glitter. So here's part 1 of the resin, and part 2 you have to have exact equal measures of both. And I'm using these little shot glasses from the Dollar Tree. As you can see, I am using personal protective equipment on my hands. These are very heavy duty gloves, and you have to protect your hands. You have to make sure it is in a well ventilated area, and you have to make sure that you are also wearing goggles. So here I am mixing the two items together. Now don't worry about the bubbles, it's gonna have lots of bubbles. Now because these are smaller items, these little shells, I'm using this spoon, not carefully as you can see there, but I'm using this little spoon to spoon the resin into the shells ever so carefully, ever so carefully. I'm just topping it off. And then you can add a little bit of glitter, which is what I did. I added just a little pinch of glitter, and I used again a tiny little spoon just to make sure I sprinkle the glitter in just the right areas. Now once you have your resin in, this is when you have to use your blowtorch because you have to get rid of all the bubbles. Yes, Annie and fire is not a good combination, but this time it worked out. So here I am. I don't know if you can see or you can tell that it first looks really cloudy and bubbly, and then when you use the heat, it makes it all clear. Now I've let this set for a day, and the next day I used some clay, some of that air dry clay, and a small mold, and I created the little filigree that you see at the top of the shell. I've glued it with Gorilla Glue, and now I'm painting it with my gold paint. And I'm using this paint not only in that filigree, but it's going to edge the whole bottom part of the shell. It's just going to look so vintagey and antique. I love it. You can see here I'm just doing it on the shell without any filigree, and it looks just as beautiful. Again, I added the glitter so it's part of the resin, so no problem with glitter falling out here. And I just thought using those little rocks to hold my shells made it look that much prettier. So all you have to do now is put it on a chain if you'd like, or I just added a ribbon to it. There you have it. Now I found this little treasure box at Michael's, and it was on clearance because, as you can see, the little latch in the front was broken, but I still thought it would be a great addition to my vintage mermaid decor. So again, I'm using an image that I found on the internet, and I'm going to be decoupaging it to the top. I'm also using some more scrap paper on the sides just to complete the photo, since it didn't wrap around the whole top of the treasure chest. Now again, I'm using the same paper I had used before, and the design I think is just so perfect, so vintagey. And of course, it matches my enchanted book, so why not? Then, of course, I'm going to trim it out with a little bit of black. And I also created the same color as the paper on the paint all over the trim. But I'm not going to leave it that color because it was like too bright and it didn't seem very vintagey. So, of course, I dry brushed it with some black. And I love the black with the aqua. I think it just looks so pretty. And this came out really, really cute. I was very pleased with the whole product. And again, the black just darkens it up a little bit. It really worked well. And this is the perfect place to hide all of my lovely, lovely jewels from Totally Dazzled. Now, using that same pack of shells that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm telling you, it's such a great deal. Buying these shells, and look how beautiful and big they are. I just painted them with all the different kinds of paint that I had at the house. I have, color shift, I have glitter paints, and all of these are from Plaid. Now I'm using a headband that I bought in a 3-pack, and I'm just wrapping it in this glittery ribbon. Yes, if it's got glitter, if it's got pearls, we're going to use it in this project. I mean, it's whimsical, people. Have fun with it. I don't want to make something practical. I want to make something cute and fun. And my goodness, though, if you make this for your daughter and she's really into mermaids, oh my gosh, she is going to love these summer mermaid projects. I just love the vintage feel. It looks so classy. So here I am finishing up that headband, and we're going to start by attaching a piece of EVA foam. It's a thin piece of EVA foam, but it's something that will help support those shells. Now, those shells aren't lightweight, I should say. So if you put them on top of each other, they get So for this reason, I'm using that small piece of EVA foam. It's just going to provide support for the shells. And here I am just gluing it to the ribbon. And I'm also going to cover that EVA foam with that same ribbon, just so you don't see the brown. I should have bought the EVA foam with glitter already. They have that in all different colors, and that would have been so much easier, but do what you can with what you got. Now I just start attaching the shells and start decorating your mermaid crown, because every mermaid should have a mermaid crown. Well, she's, I don't know, I guess, are all mermaids princesses? I wouldn't think so. It would only be certain mermaids. Gotta look into that. But if it's a mermaid princess, she would like a headband. And I'm sure if you have little girls, they want to be the princess. Why not? I like being the princess. I still am a princess. Hey, when things get rough around the house, sometimes I'll put a tiara on. Don't you do that? You should. Get yourself a tiara, even if it's a cheap one. And you're cleaning around the house, put a tiara on. Sit for a moment, have a cup of tea, pretend you're the queen. That's what I do. Anyway, here I am adding some glitter to that golden giant shell that's at the front. And it doesn't stop there. No, I keep adding more shells. But not only that, yes, I spilled my pearls all over the table. So don't do that. When you open your pearls, make sure you have a container to contain your pearls. I was picking up a couple of pearls around the house afterwards, but that's fine. But they have those big pearls at the Dollar Tree as well, and they're perfect, 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 perfect to fill in the gaps. But not only that, I'm going to use, that's right, Totally Dazzled. Totally Dazzled, because you're totally dazzling. Look at this. Look at all the wonderful items I got from Totally Dazzled. Oh, I know, I love it. So here I am totally dazzling up my headband, because am I a 10-year-old child? Well, in spirit, yes. Why not? It's summertime. Have fun. Make yourself a mermaid crown. Forget the kid. Make it for yourself. Come on, moms. I dare you. Make yourself a mermaid crown, and don't give it to your kids. Say, it's my crown. I am the queen. Forget about princess. I am the queen. This is my crown. Isn't that terrible? I have 2 boys, so I have no problem with, just having crowns for myself. And there you have it. But I'm not done, because too much is never enough. Not for me, not for Indiana Jones. I found this mesh, and it reminded me of like nets, like fishing nets. So I thought, how cool that you're like such a strong, female mermaid kind of thing, that you add, you find these fish nets and just add it to your crown. Why not? I don't know, I just thought it was cool. And this is like some of that glittery mesh that you get at, I think this was from Hobby Lobby actually, and I got it of course on clearance, of course. And I just love the like coppery color of this mesh. You can also use tulle. Tulle is perfect as well. Tulle is a perfect tool for a crown. And now this is the final reveal. It's so cute. I love it. Don't you like it? Yay! Hi guys, did you enjoy our little adventure under the sea with me and Danny Jones? I hope so. And if this is your first time, I hope you come back for more and like, share, and subscribe. But which one of my crafts did you like the most? Did you like my seashell crown or my mermaid necklace? Oh, what about our little treasure box? I really like that. That was really cute. And it's filled with totally dazzled accessories. Who's not gonna like that? And of course, I always love making enchanted books, just like this one with the Little Mermaid. I hope you are enchanted and inspired and make some of your own. And if you do, share it with me on Instagram. I want to thank Heidi Sonball once again for being such a lovely host and giving us the opportunity to share our passion here on this open playlist. I hope you enjoy your summer, and as I always say, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure. There's more adventures to come. Like, share, subscribe, come on, join me. See you soon, bye. Crown. Oh, the things I do on a Tuesday night.